Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to string a tennis racket. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do play tennis, and I've been playing tennis for quite a while now. I think since I was about 7 or 8. Now, every racket is a little bit different, but the idea of how to string a racket is still the same, okay? This racket has 16 mains and 19 crosses, okay? And I'm going to show you how to string this kind of a racket, all right? The reason why you want to string your own tennis rackets, well, it's because it saves you money, okay? Every time you get your racket restrung by maybe a pro shop, it's costing you probably, anywhere between, $30 to $60 for strings. And then they probably charge you between $20 to $25 for labor to get your racket done. So doing it yourself does save you money. And today I'm going to show you how to string your own racket. All right. Okay, so you got to cut your strings off, and when you do that, obviously your racket's going to look like this, no strings on it. All right, so you guys are going to need a stringing machine. All right, and I'll show you the one that I have. And I'll let you guys know where I got it from. It's a great little machine, and I'm extremely happy with it. I've probably strung my racket probably 1,000 times on this machine, and it's still going very well. So take a look. All right, so this is the stringing machine. It's made by Gamma, as you can see there. I love this machine. It is all electric. Okay. So to turn it on, there's a switch here on the side, right here. You turn it on like that. And this little knobby thingy right here gives you your tension. And it's already set for the tension that I like to have my strings at, which is 58.5 pounds. So, and where I picked up this machine from was from Midwest Sports, okay? And they're in the States, so it's midwestsports.com, I believe. If I find the place again, I'll put a link down below in the bottom of this video. So I'll show you guys how to place your racket on here and how to set it up. And again, everybody is different on how they set up their racket. I'm going to show you how I was trained to set the racket up on this machine. The way that I have it set up is I use, as you can tell, I have like a measuring thing here, short side versus the long side. Okay, that's how I remember which way the racket needs to go on. You need to find the center point of your racket, as well as the center point here on the top of your racket. Otherwise it's just not going to line up. Okay, so looking down on the racket here, you can see that it's center right here. And how do I know that? Is because I'm taking this outer area right here to this outer area right here, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my center. And I've done the same thing for the top. We're going to tighten the ends here once we have found our center point. Okay, you don't want to do it too tight, just hand tight, so that you don't crack your frame. Okay, these are the little levers here. If you turn this side, it clamps in, and you want to make sure that it's on your frame evenly. All right, otherwise your frame will crack. Okay, try to do the same tension on both sides. So we're just going to do hand tight on both. Okay, flip it around. We're going to do the same thing on this side here. And it's just closing these clamps into the racket. And again, we're going to do hand tight. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about string. All right, the string that I use and that I love to use, and again, I've won many tournaments using this string. And I love it. It gives a good feel for hitting the ball. Lots of spin, and it lasts quite a long time. For me, I would say if I play 3 times a week, it probably could last me maybe a month and a half before I have to replace it due to a break or something like that. So Kevlar 16 gauge. Okay, that's what I use for my mains. Okay, and for my crosses, I use synthetic gut extreme and a 16 gauge as well. Okay, now the reason why I buy reels is because you can buy these in individual pack. You'll probably pay about $30 per pack. In a reel, you'll probably get about 19 rackets out of a reel, as well as 19 rackets out of here also. Okay, so I have a ruler here, and I'm just going to measure about 19 feet with this one. Okay, and then I'm going to go about 18 feet with this one. Okay, so I got my tension all set. I have my racket, it's in there, it's nice and secure. It's not coming out. I have my Kevlar 16 gauge here. And basically what I want to do is I want to measure 9 frames across with the string. Okay, 1, 8, and 9. Okay, then you take this side here, the other side of the string, and you're going to put it in to one side of the hole here, like so. Feed it all the way down. And when you get to the spot where you counted 9, you're going to clamp it. Okay, and then you're going to lock the clamp into place. You're going to take the other end of the string, and you're going to put it into the other end right here. All the way to the other side. So now we're going to turn the racket around like this, and we're going to put it into the stringing machine right here. Machine, you have to wrap the string around like this, and we have a foot pedal right there, and you just tap it with your foot, and it pulls the string tight to 58. Okay, once the stringing machine has pulled the string to 58.5 pounds, we're going to clamp that string. And the clamp's going to keep that string at 58.5. Okay? Now we can go ahead and do the next part right here. All the way in. Pull it to 58.5, right? Unclamp this one, and then clamp that new string. So now you have 2 strings at the same tension. Now I can release. So I'm going to fast forward this bit, and we'll come back when I have something else to tell you. Okay? Okay guys, so when you get to this point here, which is about, I would say, halfway mark of your racket has been strung, you then want to go to the other side of your racket, and you want to start stringing that part. And the reason why is because you don't want to put too much tension on one end of the racket, because it'll probably break, snap, crack. So you want to not go too far to not have that happen. Okay? Okay, so once I have the center completed, as you can tell, I'm not going to go any further on this side. I'm going to now continue this side. I have to skip one because one of the holes is across. So I'm going to skip one and then do another main. And then if I skip one here, I've got to skip one up here. Okay, again, I'm going to skip another one because one of the holes is for my cross. So I'm going to skip one and then skip one down here. Okay, that is my last string on that side. I'm going to clamp it. When you do a knot, you want to put it on this right here. Okay. Then you want to go under and through. Okay, so what I do is I pull the string here very tight, then I'll hold it with my finger here on the outer edge, then I'll pull it with some pliers. Then you can just give it a cut, and we'll do the final cut once it's off the racket. So with my racket, to make things a little bit easier, I have to put the main as well as my cross in the same hole, like so. Otherwise I won't get it in that hole again. I won't be able to get that string into the hole if I try after I've pulled that string tight. Skipping one again. Tight. There you go. Okay, on this side here, you're going to make sure that you tie your knot right there, under, and through. Again, I'm going to take my long nose pliers, and I'm going to pull the string as tight as I can by hand. Then I'm going to hold it, and underneath you're going to pull the knot. Nice and tight. Can do my cut. Okay, now I'm going to do my crosses now. So I have to tie a knot on the main, under and through. Okay, and this one I'll go twice. Pull it. Okay, there you go. Okay, starting my crosses right here. The first one is going to be either over or under, doesn't matter. And you're going to go over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, all the way till you get to this string here, or sorry, to this hole right here. Okay. Now this is very important when you are pulling your string through. Make sure that you do this with the string, okay? Because if you don't and you just do this, you could burn a groove into the string from the friction. So you want to stop that from happening by moving the string as you're pulling it through like this. Okay, and then at the end here you want to make sure that it's not twisted, that it does go nice and firm against the racket. Okay, make sure your string is nice and straight. I'm going to hold this end here of the string right here, so that when the stringing machine pulls the string, it tightens nice and tight. There we go. I then now can release this clamp and continue. The main thing that you want to look for is that if you are going over here on the first string, you want to make sure that you go under on the last string, okay? If you are over and over here, you've made a mistake doing your over and unders, okay? Now on the next one, and again, some rackets are different. Sometimes they have two of the same string. In my case, I have three. Okay, so for an example here, I'll show you. Because I'm under here, I gotta go under again. So then under, over. Okay, and that way, now I'm over and over again. So as I'm pulling it through, I'm going to move the string with my hands up and down the racket, and we're going to put tension on it. Okay, I can release that one now, and then clamp it. So again, on the third string, because I'm over here, I'm going to go over one more time. So over, under, over, under. So again, we're under, 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 we're over, over, and over. Okay, good. Going to clamp it. Now it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. But we now have to make sure we go over. Okay? So if you're under, now you're going to go over. Okay, so now you're going to do over and unders. And you'll do the same technique when you get to the last 3 strings. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this part, and then when I get to the last 3 strings, I'll come back and then show you how to do the final 3 strings as well as your final knot, okay? So we're on our final 3 strings here, as you can tell right there. So what we're going to do is whatever how this string ended up here. So for instance, this one's going under on the last string. We're going to now go over on that string. Under, over, under, okay? Finish under the last string on this side. Pull it through, and again, because we went under, we're on the last 3 strings, we have to go under again on this side, okay? And then we're going to be going over on the last string on this side. Now, sometimes you need a special tool. In my case right now, it looks like this. So basically, what it does is it pokes, allows you to poke through the string here. Because I got the other string in the way. Like that, okay? Then we're going to pull it back, like that. And that creates like a little tunnel to put the string through. And then we're going to pull it through like this. And that pulls your string through for you like that. You can order that as well at the same time when you order your stringing machine. Okay, we're on the final string here. Going to release this one. And because I went over, we're going to go over on the last one here as well. Okay, final string. We're going to clamp it. We're going to leave this one clamped. On the last string here, we're going to do a knot through. We need long nose pliers for this. Grab it, so under and through. Same idea. We're going to pull the string. I'm going to hold it with my thumb and then tie the knot. There we go. We now can release our clamps. Okay, and this is very important as well, okay? We're going to loosen the ends here first, okay? Right there, okay? Now we're going to do opposite ends. We're going to do this side and then this side. So these 2 clamps are going to open up like this, okay? Then we're going to do this side. And that gets your racket out. And you can tell it's brand new again. Brand new string. Good to go for another month and a half or so, depending on how many times I play. Okay, so once you have your racket out of the stringing machine, you want to take these little end bits here that you cut, and you want to take your long nose pliers and just pull it so that it's tight. You make it as tight as you possibly can by hand here. Do the same thing to every string that you had where you tied your knot. Then we can cut them a little bit better. Alright, so as you can tell, all my string is now done, and you can straighten it out some more if you want. I play with the dampener on, so I just put the dampener back on. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope that it helps you figure out how to string your racket. You can always use another racket that you might have that's broken, and you can use that as a guide if you forget or not sure. You know, just see how that racket is strung while you're stringing your racket. But yeah, so there you go, guys. So thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, ciao.